not in Kansas anymore.
Even Zoom, the company this is, now throwing in the towel on fully remote work. The company that cashed in on the digital work revolution is now requiring most employees to work in person.
What is New York City without its skyline? More office space than any city in the world. But peek inside all this vertical real estate, and there's a fundamental question. Where is everyone?
There are a lot of people now who are saying that we need to bring people back to the office because our commercial buildings are empty, which is a little bit like saying we need to have people use the horse and buggy because cars are going to wipe out that industry.
In this new reality of hybrid work, who is actually putting their heads down and diving deep into the psychology of the human worker within the American office context, the knowledge worker context, and saying there's a better way.
IT, as a precursor to all of this, years ago said, we're going to support people wherever they are. And they did. They enabled it. Now facilities and real estate teams need to embrace that same mentality.
It involves not only the workplace, but the technology environment, accommodations for work hours, and an engaging organizational culture.
What we're seeing is more companies kind of committing to it and deepening the biophilic experiences, partially as a way to create more interesting places to come back to work.
How can we create an environment where the remote participants are not considered second-class participants, they're not considered any different, and their contributions are not considered any differently?
Workplaces aren't dead. We are still human. We like to connect and be together. There's a great deal of work that needs to be done to bring the very factory-oriented offices up to speed.
Because the office ends up being a place not just for work, but how you think about your life. So anthropologists try to discern what are the underlying cultural values, ideas, symbols that are being transformed and tugged at.
It's in some sense how much the bargaining space between employees and employers has opened up. You have wages and hours, it's table stakes, but you now have flexibility in terms of where, when, how is work performed.
What's the risk if we don't change? What is the risk if we don't actually evolve our way of working? What is the opportunity that we're leaving on the table by not being a little bit more open to the idea of navigating our risk landscape in a more nuanced way?
I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet. But your kids are gonna love it.